welcome back to another episode, another video. Today we are going to be talking about how to keep your spark alive when you are in pursuit of your dream goals, but progress seems to be going a little slow. Things happen, right? We get a little unmotivated sometimes. And so I'm going to use some of the ways that I've helped me keep my fire alive, my spark alive, bring it back to life so that I can continue to pursue and achieve my dream goals. So, I'm going to give you some tips that is going to help you as well, especially if you are now in a season where you are feeling a little bit demotivated. And I actually just overcame maybe a 2 week period of not feeling that motivated, and I use these exact tips. That's why I want to share with you guys, because today I feel so good, I feel so great this week, and so I hope it helps you as well. Alrighty, so number one, one of the first ways that I help myself keep my spark alive, my motivation alive when progress seems to be going a little slow, is one, I remind myself that all I can control is the things that I can control. There are so many things happening that we cannot see, that God is doing his work in, that we don't know what's going to happen, but we can't control any of that. All we can do is control what we can do. And so all we can do is control what goes in our mind, the thoughts that we tell ourselves, the things that we say to ourselves when we wake up, when we look at ourselves every single day, the food we're putting in our body. Are we, managing our time wisely? We can control those things. The input we can control. We can't always control the output. Eventually, we will reap what we sow. Eventually, right? There's a verse that always I come back to, especially when I'm feeling a little demotivated, and that is, do not grow weary of doing good work, because in due time you will soon reap. And I know there's a little bit more part to that, but I just know that part. And I love that because it's just a good reminder, especially if you are in pursuit of your dream goals, especially if it's good goals, if it's, goals that is going to add to your life, and add into your life is going to add to someone else's life as well. Those are good goals. And so just reminding yourself that this is good, right? Sooner or later, you will reap those benefits. So I love that verse. And so I want you to remind yourself that, you're doing something good. All you can do is control what you put in today. That is it. What you put in today into your dream goals, and because you are a representation of your dream goals. At the end of the day, you are your dream goals. You become the dream goal, and you would attract that dream goal. And so number two, the second way that you can bring your fire, your spark back to life and get your motivation back while you are in pursuit of your dream goals is to disconnect from that dream goal. Just disconnect from it. Allow yourself to let it starve a little bit, and then go pour into yourself. Go pour self-care into yourself. That is what I did. That is what I did for the past week and a half, is just allow myself to pour into myself, allow myself to do my hair, to rest, to sleep, to eat well. Those are the type of things that's going to help you get yourself back to life, back to feeling good, because you are actually starting to prioritize yourself over that goal. Remember what I said? You are your goal at the end of the day. You are your dream goal. Your dream goal is just a reflection, it's just a branch, it's a reflection of who you are as a person. So if you're not taking care of yourself, of course, the goal that you are pursuing, right, is going to feel harder. It's going to feel rough around the edges. It's going to feel like you're struggling to make it happen. And oftentimes when that's happening, could be that we are neglecting a little bit of self-care, a little bit of rest, a little bit of just taking care of ourselves. Also, that includes pouring the love into yourself, speaking life into yourself, speaking good words and pouring good thoughts, making yourself feel good, feel great, feel alive, feel radiant. That is going to be the thing to help you bring your spark alive because you put yourself first. You have to learn to love yourself more than you love the goal. I often found that when I start to feel a little more stressed, a little bit unjoyful, a little bit of, my spark is out because of my dream goal, I often realized that I was probably prioritizing that dream goal over just my love for myself, or I was slowly beginning to attach my worth to that dream goal. So one thing that is really important is that you learn how to detach your worth from your dream goal. This is also a part of self-love, is a part of self-care, right? Learning to detach your worth from that goal and know that you are loved, you are taken care of, that you are important and you are valuable outside of this goal. So you deserve to disconnect from it a little bit, get away from it, because when you come back, guess what? You're going to feel alive. That spark is going to be ready. You're going to feel good, and you're going to feel ready to just go at it. You're going to feel ready to give your all because you just filled your cup up. We cannot pour from an empty cup. We can barely pour from a half full cup. So pour from a cup that is full, but that takes you pouring into yourself, pouring into your self-care. I wrote down so many notes, but I kind of skipped over a little bit. So I'm going to go back to what I actually was going to say. So self-care for me, it really looks like just getting rid of a lot of what I like to say, the toxins, right? The unhelpful feelings, the unhelpful thoughts that are held up within me. And so what I tend to do, what I did this week is just allow myself to cry, to boo-hoo, to get it out, allow myself to scream, allow myself to be frustrated. This is also a part of self-care, is being able to remove emotions, trapped emotions out of your body, be able to shake it off, be able to get it out so that you can bring your spark back up. And so for me, what tends to happen is that once I get all of my cry out, once I, have a nice boo-hoo session and get it out, there's a switch that happens. And that switch is spark. A fire lights up within you, and you just be like, and I be like, that's it. Like, I'm back, right? We're going all in even more. Or you feel unstoppable, like once you start getting everything outside of yourself. And then you also get this burst of energy of like, let's go. I'm excited. I'm ready to start again. I'm ready to continue to believe in myself the way I see myself, because you just got to get all of that out of you. And so one thing that I like to do, I shared this before, is something that I recommend you doing as well, is to take my journal and to write out what feels good and what doesn't feel good. So that way I can separate what's going on, like what truly doesn't feel good right now. Why don't I feel this way? Why do I feel not so motivated? Why do I feel a little doubtful? Why do I feel this way? So when I'm able to pinpoint that, then I'm able to clear it up and speak life onto that. Speak affirmations onto that. To me, that is my self-care session. This is when I disconnect from the goal and allow myself to pour into me. So the third way that I bring my spark back to life, when I am feeling icky, unmotivated, when I am in pursuit of my dream goals, that is to listen to motivational videos, motivational podcasts, motivational speeches. I love it. And so I shared this before. There was a time when when you're feeling unmotivated, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling like not very hopeful. There was a time when I used to say, you know what, I'm not going to listen to anything. I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to do any of those things. However, what I realized, instead of just pulling away, actually pull towards. Pull yourself towards what you actually need. And what I learned from listening to motivationals, why it gets my spark back up, is because one, you get to hear other people's story in that motivational video. And so it's like it starts to remind you that you're not the only one. You are not the only one who has went through hard times. You're not the only one who has struggled. You're not the only one who has failed or made mistakes. You are not the only one who's invested so much time or invested so much money or, sacrifice relationships or sacrifice time. You are not the only one. And somehow they still made it, right? They still achieve their dream goal, achieve a level of success similar to what you are looking for, similar to what you are striving for. And so I love hearing stories. I love hearing motivational speeches, because it's like, okay, all right, it's just reminding you we're not about to stay down. We're about to keep going up, up, and up. Cry for a little bit, get it out, get the cries out, take care of yourself, pour into yourself, but it's time to get back up. So motivational videos, motivational podcasts, like find the ones that, that speaks to you. Find the ones that needs to rough you up a little bit and shake you up a little bit. And so motivation is a beautiful thing. So find something that speaks to you, find something that speaks to your heart. The fourth way that I bring my spark back to life and I start feeling motivated again to pursue my dream goals, and the way that I know that I can pursue it, is I disconnect from social media. Disconnect from social media when you are feeling demotivated, when you are not feeling very lively, or when you're not feeling very joyful in your pursuit. Because at the end of the day, we are on social media, yes, to socialize, but we also watching other people pursuing their dream goals, especially something that is similar to what you are trying to pursue, similar to something that you are working to achieve. That is a-okay. We cheer them on still, right? However, because you're in this mindset of not feeling very motivated, you're going to see your awareness is going to pick up things of people being successful in their pursuit of their dream goals. And what's that going to do for you? Is going to make you start feeling, doubtful, questioning yourself, why you. Comparison is truly the thief of joy. Is a thief of joy. I've experienced it time and time and time again. Every time I got into a state of comparison, I felt icky. I felt unjoyful, if that's even a word. I didn't feel very joyful. My spark went out, my fire, my drive went down, because I went outside of myself and I focused on someone else and seeing what they were doing better than me. And I started to put myself down. So if you want to bring that spark back alive, not saying fully get rid of social media 100%, but disconnect from it when you are in a state of your fire going out a little bit. Just disconnect from it. And again, go back to pouring into yourself. This is the beauty of learning how to mind your business. Learning how to mind your business is going to help you keep your spark alive. The more I mind my business, I feel like the better I am. The more I mind my business. And even though, again, we want to socialize, we want to see what other people are doing, that's just human nature. We want to know what's going on, right? That's human nature. But when you have goals, when you have strong ambition and you are in pursuit and you are working to achieve and you are not feeling very motivated and your light feels a little bit dim, then it's time to not definitely not look outward. It's time to go back to connecting with yourself. And so that is something else that I did over these past 2 weeks to get my spark back up. The fifth way that I bring my spark back to life when I am pursuing my dream goals and I feel a little bit demotivated, what I do is to power up my affirmations. Power them up. I write them all out on my journal, and then also I have an affirmation vow. I will probably put it in the description box so you guys can grab it. But it's such a powerful vow that I love to read. Actually, I think there's a video up about it. So I think there's a video where you can actually hear the affirmation vow, and you can grab it if you want to. But this vow speaks wonders. This vow does wonders, but I up my affirmations because that goes back again into self-care, speaking life into yourself, because that's going to fill your cup. That's going to make you feel better about yourself. So, to give you some examples of some of the affirmations that I use is telling myself that I deserve my dream goals. I deserve my dream goals. I am worthy of it. Another one that I really, really love to do is I love to use is a lot of times like affirmations. I love affirmations. So affirmations is asking yourself a question and your mind is automatically going to have a response. And so, for example, a lot of times I like to ask myself, why do I deserve my dream goals? And in my mind, I go, because I'm worthy of my dream goals. Why is everything working out for me? Because everything's supposed to work out for me. Why am I important? Because I just am, or whatever reason that you come up with, your mind is going to go there. And so I love affirmations. That is something that I love to do to get my spark back. Another kind of set of affirmations that I love to do is speak to my goals as if my goals was a person. So I mentioned this before that your goal is in relationship to you. Your goal is a relationship. Yay. So it's like you're dating. So a lot of times I like to use affirmations. Like if there's a specific goal, thank you for wanting me just as much as I want you. Thank you for loving me just as much as I love you. If it's something about money, thank you for loving me. Thank you for wanting me back. Thank you for providing for me. Thank you for taking care of me. Those are affirmations tailored towards the goal, but speaking love to that goal as if it's in a relationship, because it is. Speak to it as if it's a person. And then one of my favorite affirmations to say is I have everything within me to be better, do better, have better. I have everything within me to change my life. I have everything within me to achieve my dream goal. Why is this my favorite affirmation to use? It's because I am reminding myself that is nothing outside of me that I need to bring the goal that I want to achieve to life. There is nothing outside of me. There is nothing outside of you to bring your dream goals to life. You have everything you need. You have a mouth that can talk. You have a mind that can imagine, that can think of creative things. You have a brain that works. You have hands that can type. You have everything in your body that you need to truly, truly change your life, to achieve your dream goals. Everything at your fingertips, everything within you. And so it's just a reminder. My favorite affirmation is I have everything within me to do whatever it is that you want to do. Be better, do better, have better. Be more, do more, have more, right? Everything within you to change your life. So still that affirmation is so powerful. It's so great. Let it bring your spark back to life while you're in pursuit of your dream goals. If you're feeling demotivated, if it feels slow right now, this is going to help you get it back up. Okay. The sixth way that I bring my spark back to life when progress is feeling so slow and I feel demotivated is I cast my burdens on the Christ within me and I set myself free, right? And so a lot of times when we're feeling demotivated, what do we feel? We're feeling a little fear, we're feeling a little frustration, we're feeling doubtful, we may have some anxiety, we feel negative, right? And so what I love to do is to cast those burdens because those are things that are held up within us. This is also a part of releasing those trapped emotions that's within you. This is another part of just releasing, right? Releasing unhelpful blocks. And this tends to be a block is the fear, the anxiety, the doubt, the comparison, the jealousy, the anger, the frustration. All of those things can be blocks and we need to get it out. We need to declutter. We need to be able to declutter all of that out of us so that we can put new feelings within us, whether that is comparison and jealousy, whether that is worrying about if it's going to happen, if it's going to come true, that anxiety, whether that is a fear of judgment or embarrassment. I like to cast those burdens because that is just a burden. It's a block and it's blocking you from really shining your light. It's blocking you from really being a spark, having that fire lit up while you are in pursuit of your goals. So cast that burden on the Christ within you and set yourself free. Of course, if this aligns with your belief, then hey, use it. But if it doesn't, then you just use some of the next ones, the other goals. However, to me, every time I do this, I feel so much better. I feel like I am in control again, being in control, taking responsibility of getting yourself back, getting yourself to feeling good and getting those things out of you because we don't need it in us. So, the seventh way that I spark life back into my dream goal, I start feeling good and motivated again. And that is, I take action as if I knew my dream goal was going to manifest tomorrow or next week. So again, going back to the doubt, right? A lot of times when we're feeling demotivated, we're not feeling excited and our light is going down is because we are feeling like our goal is not going to manifest. We feel like it's taking too long. We feel like, we're running out of time. We feel like it's so many feelings that happen that is causing your spark to go out a little bit. However, I like to trick my mind and ask myself, okay, all of this is just noise, right? All of those thoughts, all of those feelings is just distractions. What if I actually was going to achieve my dream goal tomorrow or achieve my dream goal next week? What if? What would I do today? What would I do today? And so I do that. And I allow myself to do that because what happens is this: when you are pouring into your creativity, when you're pouring into your goals, eventually, even if it doesn't feel good in the moment, eventually you're going to see some light and your spark is going to come back. Yes, you still have to do those other things, right? You still have to speak affirmations. You still have to release trapped emotions. You still have to cast those burdens. You still have to get those things out. You still have to do self-care and all of that, especially if you're still going to be taking action. But take action as if it was going to manifest because that is going to spark something in you eventually. It will, because you're going to see something and you're going to be like, ooh, you're reminding yourself of how good it feels. You're reminding yourself that you can do this. And then you're tricking your mind and getting your mind excited that, ooh, this is going to come true. So let me get into position. Let me really take care of myself. Let me really pour into myself and get myself energized because I deserve this. I want this. I'm worth it. Let's get it. So act as if your dream goal was going to manifest tomorrow, next week, next month, and take action as if that was coming true and see what happens and see how you spark that fire within you again. And so the eighth way that I like to bring my spark back to life when progress is feeling slow, when I feel demotivated and I truly want my dream goals to come true, but I need to get my fire up. What do? Is I may try something different. Try something different. A lot of times when things seem a little bit boring, seems a little bit stagnant, and things are moving really slow, is because we're doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. And that's the definition of insanity. But we're doing the same thing over and over again. And of course, we're going to feel demotivated. If we're getting the same results, of course, we're not going to feel good. Of course, that spark is going to go down, right? So sometimes when I know that I need to do something different and my goals, my body will tell me if I need to do something different, I need to pivot, or I need to try something different. Whatever that may look like for you, try something different. Trying something different is going to get you excited. It's going to get you motivated again, because now you're going to be looking and at a different angle. Now you're going to be trying something different, experimenting, opening more of your mind, opening more of your creativity. That brings your spark back to life when you try something different. And then guess what? Maybe, just maybe, you will get different results, right? And so just do something different, romanticize it, play around with it, play around with your dream goal. It's just like when you're dating somebody and you're doing the same thing over and over again, what happens? You seem bored, you get demotivated, it doesn't feel like that spark is alive. Same thing with your goals. Your goals is in relationship to you. So how can you get that spark up? How can you romanticize it and try something different? Be romantic with your goal, girl. Be romantic with it, right? Jazz it up. Think differently. Just do different. Be different while you are pursuing your dream goals. It's going to get your fire back to life. And so, like I mentioned before, if you want to borrow the confidence vow that I created, then I will go ahead and put the link in the description box so you can go ahead and get your copy. So just to rehash what we went over and how to bring your spark back to life, keep you motivated while you are in pursuit of your dream goals, especially if progress is going a little bit slow, is to remind yourself that all you can control is what you can control. God is doing everything else. That is it. We can control what we cannot control. And so allow that to help you bring your spark back to life. The second way is to pour into your self-care. Disconnect from your dream goal. Disconnect from it and pour into your self-care. Love yourself more than you love your goal, right? It's getting you back to prioritizing you over your dream goal, because your dream goal is just a reflection of you. The fruit of your dream goal is just a reflection of you. The third was listen to motivational speeches, motivational books, whatever it is to get you pumped up. You're getting from other people's story. You're borrowing their beliefs. You are borrowing their confidence. You're borrowing their motivation. You're borrowing what they did to get themselves to the finish line. That's what you're borrowing. So motivational. 4 is I just disconnect from social media when I need to spark my fire, because, I don't want to see, to keep it real, right? You don't want to see all the good that's happening in someone else's life right now when your fire is like dimming out a little bit. Yes, always still celebrate. However, allow yourself to be human and know that no, you don't want to see that right now. You just don't. So disconnect from social media. The fifth way is I power up my affirmations. Power it up. Speak life on it. Again, affirmations. Speaking love to your goals. And my favorite, again, was I have everything within me to be better, do better, have better, or to achieve anything or achieve greatness. You put at the end which one that you want to put. The 6th was casting your burdens of fear, of anxiety, of judgment, of comparison on a Christ within you, and set yourself free. Get it out. All those unhelpful feelings that we are holding on to, that you are holding on to, get it out so that you can get your spark back up. We are decluttering, right? Cast your burdens and set yourself free. 7 is taking action as if you knew your dream goal was going to manifest tomorrow. Take action, right? Action can be a motivator for motivation. It leads to motivation sometimes when you take action, because when you take action, guess what? You start seeing results. You start seeing movement. If it's not your goal immediately, is results within you. So take action. Act as if. Number 8 was to try something different. Bring that spark back to life. Romanticize your pursuit of your dream goal, right? Make it joyful. Make an experiment. Play around with it. Bring it back to life that way, right? So, ladies, I hope all of these tips help you if you are feeling a little bit, fired down. You're not feeling so motivated. You're not feeling like your spark is lit and you are, shining and radiant in your pursuit of achieving your dream goals. Then use some of these tips to help you get your spark back to life, to lit that fire, because it's helped me. Like I said, just literally last week, I'm in a process. This result that you see right now is what me overcoming feeling demotivated, feeling a little doubtful. It happens to the best of us. But these are all of the things that I did to spark my light again, to spark my fire, for me to show up as I'm showing up right now. So that is it for today's video. And until next time, go getters. Bye.